My salary is around 2,000 ringgit, just like all of you. And sometimes I wonder, where did my money go? And since the start of January of this year, 2026, I have been starting to keep track of my money using a new system that I learned called the 75, 15, and 10 rule. We all know the 50, 30, 20 rule, but now I decided to change up to this one. And today, I will show you how I budgeted my whole salary using this whole new system and what I actually learned from it. To those of you that don't know, the 75, 15, and 10 rule is actually a budgeting system that you can use to budget your whole money system. But before this, I actually used the 50, 30, 20 rule, where 50% go to your needs, 30% go to your wants, and 20% go to your saving or investments. But it seems like that it's not really working out for me recently or lately. And now I've decided to change it into 75%, 15, and 10, where 75% goes to my needs and wants, which these two, all of my spendings will go together. 15 will go to my savings, and 10% will actually go to investment or self-improvement. Now I will show you my spreadsheet that I use to track that I created myself for my January budget or my January expenses overall. Now, here is an expenses sheet that I just pulled out. This is actually my expenses tracker that I created myself for me to track my expenses overall. And this is for the month of January. You can see here, the starting here is actually my salary or my income. After that, it will be the importance, the needs, and also savings and investing. And here we have the categories that how much that I spend on which categories. Well, here I basically key in manually every time I make some spending or overall. So for here is the date where I spend, and here are the things that I spend, the amount, the categories which I can choose from, and the importance of it. So based on my whole categories, I can find out that I definitely spend a lot on takeout, which is very amusing and also not surprising, which shows me that I need to cut out most of them on the takeouts. Also, I spend a lot on groceries also, and transportation. It is the second highest spending overall. Here I have a pie chart of how much that I spend overall of everything and how much that I do with it. And here are the values that I spend overall in these four categories. Basically, I combine the needs and wants into the 75% to total it up. And this one down here, this is the delegation that I give to myself. This is the expected amount that I can actually spend for each category. And this is the actual percentage that I actually spend for each category. And from the balance, if you see here, there's a negative, it means I spend way over, which means I save more than what I'm supposed to, like 300 plus. And investing, I still have around 6 ringgit and 32 cents to spare. While in the balance of here, my spending, I still have around 11.48 cents. So still quite a lot. And for my whole total spending of January 2026, I still have a little bit surplus of 34 ringgit and 28 cents to spare. From here, as you can see, I actually spend a lot on food and takeouts, which is basically my wants. It's not necessarily a need, it's basically a want, something I wanted to spend on, not something that I would really, really need it. So example, like this, takeout, or Shopee spendings, and even like personal things like a haircut. I know haircut is some sort like a need, but you can choose to get a haircut every single month, every single 2 months, or depending on where you get the haircut, or more of that. And the categories is basically fixed to like my own needs and wants. So you can define what is your needs and what is your wants, and for savings. Oh, another thing that I use it, maybe it might confuse people, is basically my PTPT and debt. I put that in savings. Why? Because basically it's not an investment. And if I have the money there, while I deduct my 300 ringgit, is basically deducting my debt in my PTPTN. So it's actually saving more money for the future. While for Versa, I actually invest 200 ringgit into Versa Gold every single month. And to those who don't know, that Versa is actually something like a money market fund where you can throw money in, and robo-advisor will actually help you to manage your money. And again, this is not financial advice. This is just what me myself do. Okay. And another thing for my saving part is actually ASNB. I actually throw 100 ringgit into my account every single month for it to keep growing and growing and growing. But there's also a backlash or a drawback from my recent video, as you guys can see from here, where I actually lost 20,000 ringgit to a scam. You guys can look through that after this video if you guys want to know what happened, the whole story there. I know there's different kind of apps that you guys can use to track spending or your money, like some money tracker. But me personally, I prefer using a spreadsheet like this because I love to tinker around with it, with the formulas and the layouts and everything. And for me to see how much I actually spend, where I need to cut on, and where I can save more, or the best, how can I manage my money even better for the future. So the surprising insight that I found out in my whole spending for January is that I spent a lot on takeout, but I also spent a lot on transportation. One of it is because I work quite a distance and I need to travel long distance every single day. And this might lead me to think what I need to do about my transport for the future, and also need to cut down on taking outs. Doing this financial tracker actually helps keep my spending in check. Why? Because I actually use other services like BNPL, Buy Now Pay Later, and also credit cards. These two combined can actually exceed my salary itself. And if I don't keep track where my money goes and just blindly spend whatever I see the amount that is available, I'll definitely spend way above my means and I'll get myself in debt. If you guys want to know more about BNPL, there will be a video up here. If you guys want to know about credit cards, there will be another video up here where you guys can choose which services that you guys want to know more about. I really appreciate that the people who help me like, share, and subscribe for me to keep producing more videos. I know I haven't been very consistent very much lately, but I'll do my best to keep on posting for many future videos that is to come. And until my next one, ciao.